Hello everyone, it's Katie, aka Miss Pink Melts Away, making another YouTube video. First off, I want to say thank you so much for all of the support that you guys have been giving me. I can't believe how great everything's working out for all of you guys. I know you all have your struggles, but we just have to keep going and you'll be there, with time. Weight loss takes time, but it can be done. It really is. But today I wanted to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves on the planet. It might be number one, and it's just offending people. And I know people are going to be like, oh gosh, just an offensive video. But I think it really ties along well with weight loss because I feel like fat prejudice is one of the biggest prejudice that's out there right now that is just socially accepted. And it really, really bothers me because it doesn't matter what size I am now. I've been heavy my whole life and I know exactly what it's like to be on the other side. And I remember when I was a lot heavier and 211 pounds, I always carried myself with confidence and but that didn't change the fact that I was very vulnerable and sensitive on the inside. And family members saying stuff, that's the worst. And I know a lot of you guys struggle with that. You just feel like maybe your parents don't. I get a lot, oh, I just feel like my parents are so disappointed and ashamed. And I know where you're coming from, but I want you guys to know that it's not an ashamed of what you look like. If anything, it's ashamed of themselves just because no parent wants to have their children go through the teasing and the picking on that comes from the fat prejudice. And I remember, I'm not going to say a family member, but like, I don't know, our whole family has always been a family of eaters. And I used to be a big chips fan, and I was having a bowl of chips, and someone close to my family just looked at me and went, do you really want to eat that? And I was just like, it's my body. I can put what I want in it. And I understand now where it's coming from, but I can also understand from someone who's heavier or anyone's perspective, back off. This is my body. And you get into this defensive mode. And I get it because words hurt. And the biggest thing that I remember throughout my journey is to not be the person to judge others, because I try and remember that we all have different lives, different situations, different things we've been through. And so everything that I say, I try and say as lightly and delicately as possible because, we all have our certain sensitive spots. And it really, really bothers me when people just say ignorant stuff that offends people. And I've definitely seen a lot of that lately in my own life. But another thing I tried to really remember while I was losing weight was to not get in the idea of, okay, now I'm losing all this weight and fitness. Now I'm going to start looking and analyzing the rest of my family. And I think a big thing that helped with me is I didn't do that. A lot of other family members and friends who have lost weight, they tend to get nitpicky at, what are people around them eating? And I get the question a lot, oh, well, I want to eat good, but my family just eats terrible. Like, they're setting me up for failure, leaving that stuff. You need to take responsibility for yourself, and you can't look at what they eat and judge them because they're not the ones trying to lose weight. If they're trying to lose weight, and even if they are trying to lose weight, it's not your job to tell them, don't eat that. They can put whatever they want in their body, just like you put whatever you want in your body. And I just want everyone who's going through this journey to keep an open mind and understand that everyone is at different points in their lives. And, you just need to take responsibility for yourself and however you want to look. So I just think that's a huge thing with while you're losing the weight, because it's once you start feeling really too self-confident in yourself and it's kind of that arrogance that you kind of let yourself go because, okay, I've lost all this weight, I look fantastic now, I can eat whatever I want. But remember, if you eat whatever you want and you're on that high, it's so easy to go back to old habits and gain the weight. And next thing you know, you're back to 211 pounds. And it goes into this vicious cycle of, I'm a failure. And at the end of the day, when you need to remember with your weight loss that it's what you put into your body is what's the outcome going to be. Lately, I have been eating, I don't know, on the weekends just so badly, and I could feel it in my body, and I just don't feel as confident and as fresh as I was before. And so now I'm going on like a fresh eating phase again. But that's what happens. I mean, we're all going to have our struggles, but don't ever feel like giving up on yourself, because there's going to be ups and downs. And people ask, how do I stay motivated? It's just a constant cycle of remembering that you're doing this journey for you and for no one else. And so don't give up on yourself. But I just wanted to bring up the sorry, I'm checking my phone for my notes, about shaming and not being offensive, because it really, really bothered me the other day when I was doing a social experiment at my school and asking, tons of people what they think. And I saw this one girl at my school walking, and she was a bigger girl, and she had a hood over like half her face. And it just almost brought me to tears, because we've all been there. We all have our insecurities. And I know personally, I've just looked in the mirror before when I was heavier and just burst into tears and just felt shamed by society, and as if I wasn't, good enough for the rest of the world. And that's what causes you to go into depression. And I just wanted to bring that up because we all are at different places, and you just need to take, this weight loss one day at a time, and remember that you are doing this for you. Another thing I wanted to bring up in talking about self-sabotage and self-sacrifice, because a lot of us during our weight loss journey, we think, okay, I'm not going to eat that cake or that ice cream, and I'm just constantly sacrificing myself to lose this weight. But I want you guys to think of weight loss in a different way. You're not self-sacrificing, you're saving yourself. When you're eating that food that you know is unhealthy for you, that's going to make you gain weight, that food is self-sacrifice, because you are self-sacrificing. You are sacrificing your body, your feelings towards yourself, and all for a food. So self-sacrifice, people usually think, oh, exercise and diet, that's self-sacrifice. It's not. It's the other way around. You're finally doing something to better yourself and your body and your mind. It's when you eat that food that you love that is unhealthy, that's just going to hurt you. That's what real self-sacrifice is, because that's what's really going to affect you in the long run. And I know we all want, that quick fix, but there is no quick fix when it comes to weight loss. There is no pill out there, supplement out there, cream that's going to get you to lose weight. When it comes down to it, it's lessening your portions or eating healthier. For everyone, they have their different thing that makes them lose weight. And my channel is not all about eat Fruit Loops and you'll lose weight. My channel is showing that you can do a drastic turnaround with your weight in a shorter amount of time if you dedicate yourself to it, and that you can keep it off. But the biggest thing that people forget after they lose all of their weight is that they do have to adopt a different lifestyle. They can't go back to eating like they did before. I meet a lot of people at Sierra College because I like doing surveys, social experiments, trying to figure out, how people think. And a girl asked me, she was like, so congratulations, you lost all your weight. You can eat whatever you want now. I can't eat whatever I want now. If I ate whatever I want, I would gain the weight back. That's purely how it goes. And then people ask me, I want the occasional burger. If you have an occasional burger, you will not gain your weight back, but you need to adopt an overall healthy lifestyle. And, there's different phases of weight loss. There's the shedding weight, and then there might be a plateau in there, and then you might start losing more weight again. But once you find your ideal goal, it doesn't end there. You're going to have your ups and downs. You need to figure out and experiment with foods to see what works for you, because what works for me may not work for you. However, one thing I do want to say with my diet is I've never had anyone who's done my diet not lose weight, which is why it was cool. But that's because it was low calorie and burning a lot of calories, and it works fast. And I don't know, now I'm rambling again, but I want to talk about self-sabotage and self-sacrifice. And remember that when you do when you exercise and when you eat right, that's not self-sacrifice. That's feeling good, looking good, and yeah, I just wanted to get that message across for you guys, but also remember that as you're doing this journey, to not look down upon other people, because arrogance is the first way, I truly think, to gaining your weight back, because you get lazy and you get cocky and you think you're invincible because I've lost all this weight, but just as fast as it goes away is it can come back up. So just take this journey one day at a time and just focus on yourself and try and be as good of a person you can and not look at other people. So just another video from Miss Pink Melts Away.